Good morning students, how are you all? Hope you all are fine. Today we will start a new lesson, manufacturing industries. In this lesson we will learn about the industries, different types of industries. So let's move to the lesson. The process in which man can change the natural resources into usable conditions according to his intellectual, cultural and economic capacity is called industry. First of all, we have to learn or we have to understand what is the meaning of industry. Industry का क्या meaning होता है? The human being can change the resource into the usable conditions according to their intelligence, according to their capacity and according to the economic capacity, that is called industry. In India, the industrial traditions are found since Indus Valley civilization. We can find out from Indus Valley civilization, from the remains of Indus Valley civilization, that time also the India is having industries. At that time, India used to prepare cotton textile, clay utensils, things of bell, metal and beads. At that time, the human being used to manufacture the things of related to cotton textile, clay, utensils, things of bell, metal and beads. Up to 18th century, India was ahead in shipbuilding industry, and up to 18th century, India was successful in the shipbuilding industry also. India was also ahead in handicraft and in cotton industry. India also got success in cotton industry as well as in a handicraft industry. There was a heavy demand of Indian cotton cloth, muslin cloth, metal utensils and ornaments. So, because of that industry, there is a heavy demand all around the world of Indian cotton cloth, muslin cloth, utensils as well as ornaments. With the beginning of Industrial Revolution in England, the Britishers used to take away raw material, especially raw cotton. When Industrial Revolution was started in our India, what happened? It was started in England. Industrial Revolution started in England. Then the Britishers used to take the raw material from India, just like cotton. सबसे पहले जब इंडस्ट्रियल रिवॉल्यूशन इंग्लैंड में स्टार्ट हुआ तो ब्रिटिशर्स क्या करते थे, हमारे कंट्री से रॉ मटेरियल ले जाते थे. स्पेशली क्या ले जाते थे? रॉ कॉटन ले जाते थे. They used to follow the policy of selling the goods manufacturing in England at a higher price in India, and the Indian market would collapse. In history we have learned that what they do, they used to make the products in England industries and sell their product in cheaper price in Indian markets. तो उसकी वजह से क्या हुआ, इंडियन का जो इंडस्ट्रीज का जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग था वो स्पॉइल हो गया या फिर वो खराब हो गया. This damaged the textile industry of India heavily and the Indian craftsmen, because at the time of importing, the England always didn't take the taxes on that product. But in Indian market, Indian producers gave Indian craftsmen used to give the taxes of their manufacturing goods. तो जिसकी वजह से क्या हुआ, जो कॉटेज इंडस्ट्रीज थी और जो स्मॉल कॉटन टेक्सटाइल मिल्स थी वो सब खराब हो गई, कोलैप्स हो गई. Importance of industries. Today, the existence of nations depend only on the development of industries. Yes. The significance or the mark of success is totally depend on the industries. So, the existence of the nation mostly depend on the industries or the earning from the industries. Economic development without the industrial progress will be impossible. If any country demands economic development, it is very much impossible very much impossible without development in the industries. Countries like United States of America, Russia, Japan, South Korea are prosperous and developed nations on the basis of their industrial development. Countries America, Russia, Japan, South Korea are very prosperous and developed nations because of industrial revolution or industrial development. Those countries where industries are either not developed or are less developed are not capable to harness the natural sources as industrial raw material. In those countries where the industries are developed or not developed or less developed, are not capable to harness the natural sources as industrial raw material. They have to sell their natural sources at a cheaper price because they didn't have any expertise in making that resources into or utilize that resources into industries. So they have to sell their resources in cheaper price to another countries and purchase the things made of same raw material from foreigners at a higher price because they didn't have any knowledge to make that resources in the industries or make the product or goods fine. So they purchase from the foreigners the products they purchase from the foreigners at the higher price, यानी महंगा खरीदते हैं, चीपर प्राइस में अपना रॉ मटेरियल बेचते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि उनको वो रिसोर्सेज को इंडस्ट्रीज में यूज करना नहीं आता, उसको रॉ मटेरियल एज ए रॉ मटेरियल वो प्रोडक्ट नहीं बना सकते, मैन्युफैक्चर नहीं बना सकते, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग नहीं कर सकते. इसीलिए वो फॉरेन कंट्रीज को क्या करते हैं कि अपना जो रॉ मटेरियल होता है चीपर प्राइस में देते हैं और जो उनके कंट्री में प्रोडक्ट बन जाता है उसको चीपर प्राइस, उसको हायर प्राइस में खरीदते हैं. Manufacturing industries contribute about 29% of the national production of India. The administrative policy of British rule broke the backbone of Indian industrial structure. Yes, always Britishers' policy was that they have to broke down the industries or they will get the benefit, anyhow they will get the benefit from the India. They earn more and more money for their own country. During slavery period, industry with modern methods could not start in India because we are in slavery. We have to work under the Britishers. So the modern methods related to the industries was not started in India. In 1853, the first industrial complex of iron furnace based on charcoal was founded, but it failed. In 1853, there is a first trial industrial complex was there of iron furnace which is run by the charcoal, based on the charcoal, but it was failed. First successful attempt was made in 1854 in cotton textile industry. After that, in 1854, there will be a cotton textile industry. Thereafter, a jute mill was established in 1855 at Risra near Kolkata. In 1874, a factory was founded at Kulti for making iron, which was closed after a few years. In 1874, the factory founded in Kulti which made the iron, and after a few years it was closed down. It was restarted in 1881. After closed down, it was restarted in the year 1881. In 1907, a new dimension was provided with the founding of Tata Iron and Steel Company at Jamshedpur. In 1907, a new revolution came into existence by founding the Tata Iron and Steel Company at Jamshedpur in our India. The next topic is classification of industries. Industries are divided on the basis of human labor, ownership and sources of raw material. Basically, when the industry is established, the basic requirement for establishing an industry is human labor and ownership and source of raw material. यानी अगर कोई इंडस्ट्री बनानी है या एस्टेब्लिश करनी है तो सबसे पहले उसके लिए ह्यूमन लेबर की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, ओनरशिप की ज़रूरत पड़ती है और सोर्स ऑफ रॉ मटेरियल की ज़रूरत पड़ती है. यानी जब ये चीज़ इजीली अवेलेबल होगी देन एन इंडस्ट्री will be or can be established. On the basis of human labor, the industries can be divided as small scale and large scale. On the basis of human labor, इंसान के काम करने पर यानी लेबर के जो काम करने पर, मजदूरों के या लोगों के काम करने के बेसिस पे ही क्या डिसाइड होता है कि वो इंडस्ट्रीज कैसी है, लार्ज स्केल इंडस्ट्री है या स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्री है. It can be divided into small and large scale industry on the human labor. Those industries where more employment is available is known as large scale industry. Where more human power can be used, it can be called as a large industry. Large scale industry, that for example is cotton textile industry. When an industry is under the direction of individual's ownership and the number of laborers is also less, it is called small scale industry. When an industry was under in the individual ownership and they are having a low human labor, then it is called as a small scale industry. यानी कहीं किसी की कोई अपनी छोटी सी इंडिविजुअल कोई इंडस्ट्री हो और जिसमें वो कम लेबर से काम करवा रहा है तो उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं, स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्री बोलते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल इज शुगर और खांडसारी, गुड़ बनाने की जो इंडस्ट्री होती है दैट इज स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्री, कंसिडर्ड एज ए स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्री. बिसाइड दीज industries can be classified as private, public, collaborative and cooperative groups. इसके अलावा the industries can be classified, कैसे classified हो सकती है? It can be private, it can be public, it can collaborative or it can be cooperative. So industries can be classified in many ways according to different rules. On the basis of the source of raw material, the industries can be classified into agro-based industries and mineral-based industries. On the basis of raw material, raw material अब हमें कहाँ से मिलता है उसके accordingly it can be divided into two parts, that is agro-based and mineral-based. Agro-based are those type of industries which is totally depend on agriculture, and mineral-based industries are those industries which are based on minerals. यानी मिनरल से हम प्रोडक्ट बनाते हैं तो उसको मिनरल्स के रिसोर्स है उसको हम क्लैरिफाई करते हैं या डिफाइन करते हैं, दैट इज मिनरल बेस्ड इंडस्ट्री. एंड एग्रो बेस्ड इंडस्ट्री मीन्स एग्रीकल्चर बेस्ड, यानी जिसका रॉ मटेरियल हमें एग्रीकल्चर के थ्रू मिलता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एग्रो बेस्ड इंडस्ट्री. So let's move to the agro-based industries. Cotton, textile, jute, silk, woolen textile, sugar, paper, etc. are industries based on the raw material obtained from activity based on agriculture. These type of industries, for example, cotton, jute, woolen textile, sugar, these industries are totally based on agriculture, and its raw material the industries will get the raw material from the agriculture. Cotton textile industry, garment industry has an important place in the industrial economy of India. The most important industry is the garment industry, which is totally helpful in the economy of India. This industry provides employment to about 3.5 crore people. The human labor get the employment through cotton textile industry, that is 3.5 crore people. Textile industry is the industry which provides maximum employment in the country. It is considered as giving maximum employment to the people. India holds second rank after China in the export of cotton textile. India stands second in export of cotton textile. It is main industry from production and employment points of view. It is considered as an important industry related to the employment as well as related to the production or related to the demand in all over the world. First cotton mill was established in Mumbai. Thereafter, Shahpur mills and Kaliko mills were established in Ahmedabad in Gujarat. In the initial years, the cotton textile mills were established in Mumbai and Ahmedabad. In the starting, the cotton textile industries were established in Mumbai and Ahmedabad. These mills were established due to cheap cotton availability of labor, transport facility, ports for export and favorable markets. Where the demand of the industry किसके पर बेस होती है? The raw material. Because the Maharashtra area or Gujarat area is production of cotton was abundantly. So the demand of raw material related to that industry is provided by these two states. तो यहाँ पर ही मुंबई और अहमदाबाद में इसीलिए कॉटन टेक्सटाइल इतनी फ्लरिश हुई है क्योंकि यहाँ पर चीपर क्या मिलता है? रॉ मटेरियल मिलता है. As well as there is a facility of ports and export market, favorable markets. So the industry was more flourished in Ahmedabad and Mumbai. Today, cotton textile mills are located in about 100 cities of the country. Main traditional and important centers at present are Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Bhiwandi, Solapur, Kolhapur, Nagpur, Indore and Ujjain. Main centers of cotton textile industries is Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Bhiwandi, Solapur, Kolhapur, Nagpur, Indore and Ujjain because of availability of raw material as well as markets as well as ports. There are more mills in Mumbai in Maharashtra, hence it is called as Cottonopolis of India because the production of cotton textile was more than other cities or other states. The industries is also established in Pune, Kolhapur, Aurangabad, Jalgaon cities. In Gujarat, Ahmedabad is called as Manchester of the East or Denim City of India. Ahmedabad is famous as a Manchester of East and Denim City of India. It is considered as a Denim City of India. Where? Ahmedabad. Besides, cities like Vadodara, Kalol, Bharuch, Surat, Porbandar, Bhavnagar, Rajkot, etc. are also included. Coimbatore is the main center of Tamil Nadu. Chennai and Madurai cities are also included. Main centers in Uttar Pradesh are Kanpur, Etawah, Agra, Lucknow, etc. Indore, Gwalior, Ujjain and Devas are the main centers of these industries in Madhya Pradesh. In all, we can say that in all over India, the production was there, but in Mumbai and Ahmedabad, more production of cotton textile is there. So it can be said that all around the India, the production is there. In West Bengal, Kolkata, Howrah, Murshidabad are major centers. Cotton textile industries was setups also in Rajasthan, Punjab and Haryana. Extensive market centers, transportation, banks and electricity have contributed considerably in decentralization of these industries. Main demand for establishing these type of industry is transportation, availability of transportation, bank, electricity, and it can be considered as a centralization of this industry. Today, cotton textile industry is facing a tough competition due to the factors like inadequate supply of best variety of cotton, use of old machinery, irregular reactive supply, competition from artificial fiber cloth in the market and keen competition in global markets. Yes, today cotton textile industry is facing too much competition. Why? Because of the invention of artificial fiber और nylon you can say. आप देखते हो कि cotton ज़्यादा prefer नहीं करते, nylon prefer करते हैं because वो डिजाइनिंग सेम रहता है, वो ड्यूरेबिलिटी ज़्यादा रहती है। तो कॉटन टेक्सटाइल की जो इंडस्ट्रीज है वो धीरे धीरे कम या कंपटीशन झेल रही है बिकॉज ऑफ इन्वेंशन ऑफ न्यू टाइप्स ऑफ थ्रेड्स इन द मार्केट। India export cotton textile cloth to Russia, United Kingdom, United States of America, Sudan, Nepal, Australia, France and South African countries. Around the world, India supply their cotton clothes and main countries are United Kingdom, United States of America, Sudan, Nepal, Australia, France and South African countries. Next is jute textile industry. Jute is second ranked major industry of India. After cotton textile, jute ranked second, and it is a major industry of India. It considered as a major industry of India. India holds first place in the production of jute and goods made from jute. India is at second place after Bangladesh in export of jute. India holds first place in the production and it ranks second in export after Bangladesh. Of the total jute production of the country, West Bengal produces about 80%, Andhra Pradesh about 10%, and rest is produced by Bihar. 80% of the jute is produced by West Bengal, and 10% produced by Andhra Pradesh, and rest of the part is produced by Bihar. Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Assam, and Tripura. Much water is needed to purify jute. That is why West Bengal is best place for your jute industry and production of jute. So the requirement of water is very much in purify the jute. So most of the mills are located on the bank of Hooghly River. That is why it is flourished there, because the water is required to purify the jute. So in Hooghly, near the bank of the Hooghly River, the industries are flourished. This industry is concentrated in West Bengal due to cheap labor force, banks and insurance coverage, port for export facility, etc. Most of the industries is flourished in West Bengal or in West Bengal because of the requirement for the jute industry, that is cheap labor force, ports, banks and insurance coverage and export facility. Today the demand of jute has decreased because of the other options in packing material. Yes, you can see that पहले के जो टाइम में जूट से लेकर बैग आते थे, है ना, लेकिन अभी क्या हो गया, क्या लगा, प्लास्टिक बैग्स यूज करने लगे हम लोग। और जो इंडस्ट्रीज में जूट की जो डिमांड थी वो कम होने लगी है। एज वेल एज देखा होगा सब्जी या जो भी गेहूं अनाज आता था वो जूट के बैग्स में आता था, लेकिन उसकी जगह किसने रिप्लेस कर ली है, प्लास्टिक बैग्स ने कर ली है। तो इसीलिए जो डिमांड है वो जूट की कम हो गई है। जूट इंडस्ट्री is facing such problems, more cost of production and decrease in demand of jute in international markets. Because of that, there is a decreasing demand and there will be a more production cost. यानी प्रोडक्शन करने में कॉस्ट ज़्यादा होती है और डिमांड उसकी कम होने लगी है, क्योंकि प्लास्टिक ने उसकी जगह रिप्लेस कर ली है। प्लास्टिक सस्ता होता है, चीप होता है, जबकि जूट महंगा होता है और डिमांड भी कम होती है और कॉस्ट, प्रोडक्शन कॉस्ट भी ज़्यादा होती है। इसीलिए जो जूट है वो धीरे धीरे इंडस्ट्री उसकी खराब, कोलैप्स होती जा रही है। सिल्क टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री, सिल्क प्रोडक्शन हैज अ लॉन्ग ट्रेडिशन। Yes, usually we like to wear silk. Most of your mothers want to wear a silk साड़ी, है ना, सिल्क साड़ी पहनती है ना मम्मी, तो वो सिल्क को प्रोडक्शन जो है वो ट्रेडिशनली होता आया है। After China, India ranks second in the world in silk production. After China, India stands second in production of silk. In India, 4 types of silk are produced. India में कितनी टाइप की सिल्क प्रोड्यूस होती है? 4 टाइप्स की। These are Mulberry, Eri, Tussar and Muga. These are of 4 types, that is Mulberry, Eri, Tussar and Muga. Today there are about 300 silk weaving mills in India. Major states producing silk are Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Punjab and Jammu Kashmir. Silken clothes are exported in Europe. West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Punjab and Jammu Kashmir, most of the silk major state producing silk are Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Punjab and Jammu and Kashmir. Major silk producing states are these states which produce more and more silk. Silken clothes are exported to Europe, Africa and Gulf countries, because in foreign countries the demand of silk is more than India. So we export more and more silk to the foreign countries. Besides these are also exported to Germany, Singapore, USA, Kuwait, Malaysia and Russia. In international market, Indian silk is facing a tough competition from China. In international market, because China ranked first in producing the silk materials, so India faced competition from China in silk production. In next video we will learn about the next industry, that is woolen textile industry and some other industries. Till then, goodbye.